Welcome to Do the Top Podcast. This is your real estate podcast. Here we teach regular people just like you on how to invest in real estate. If you would like to learn and grow with us, you have come to the right place. My name is Ibrahim, and my co-host here is Ahmed Lawal. We always come here every week because we are excited to teach you and learn. We are excited to teach you on how to invest in real estate. Ahmed, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling good. Yes, guys. We are always excited about this topic. This is a topic we can sit on like day in, day out and keep chatting about it without getting tired. So this is more of, us making sure that everybody have the knowledge they need to go out there and win, right?
Yes.
We want you guys to win. Because we are doing the same thing. It might not be obvious right now, but we are taking those baby steps towards it, and we don't want you to be behind, right?
Yes.
So please, all this information is free. So if you are watching us right now, please, it is free. You can just tap on that subscribe button, like, share, and that will help us reach a lot of other people. That is why we are actually asking you to do it, because we want to reach more people so that more people can benefit from it. So today, Ibrahim, we are going to be talking about a topic that is kind of hiding. A lot of people don't know about this information.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they buy their primary residence, they even struggle to get that transaction over the line.
Yeah.
Now they are of the mentality, they have the opinion that they cannot buy investment property. They cannot move ahead and buy other houses because they hardly even get into their first residence.
one. Yeah.
What do you say to those people? Can they buy investment property?
A quick and precise answer is yes, they can still buy.
Okay.
And I like this topic. I'm very excited to talk about this because, to be honest with you, the process you go through to get financing and how challenging and time-consuming, frustrating, and it could be anything depending on the loan company that is doing your loan, the loan officer, the underwriter, your financial status, your employment, your credit score. So for some people, they experience that the process in a not so great way, and it creates that some kind of memory or some kind of feeling, just like you said, that, oh, I'm done. There's no way I can get any other financing, just because maybe their income with the debt is kind of tight, and the underwriter barely approved them to just to get that house. So because that individual will be feeling like, well, I guess this is all I got, and that's it. But what we want to tell you today is that's not it, because by law you are able to get more than that. You having, like, I think Fannie Mae is 8 or 9. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac is about 9 or 10. So in total, if you are able to maneuver, properly, you can buy as well as just 18 homes on just your name without going into even using LLC or something. Although we advise to use LLC, but what I'm trying to tell you is your personal income, you can buy as high as 18 houses, but you have to know how to maneuver, okay? So what can you do for someone who is, the TTI is tapped out? The first thing you want to do is you want to call that lender or the loan officer and see, okay, now I know you said my DTI is tight. Okay, can you explain better? Are you saying my income is too little, or do I need to, what amount of income do I need to get to be able to buy another one? Because I learned from Do the Talk that yes, I can buy another property. And the loan officer will probably tell you, okay, currently you are earning this. If you can get, your income can get to this amount, you'll be able to get this. And most likely they will tell you to maybe change your job, look for a side. Also, maybe you'll be doing part-time somewhere, and you have to do that for a year or two so that they can use both income. So you can get another house. Or they will tell you, might as well go to a college or go and do some a quick skills.
Advanced courses.
Yeah, some
get
advanced
high
courses.
earning job.
Thank you so much. Some advanced courses, or you go and get some kind of skills that will, get you more money. So if you can follow all that, but at the same time, if your problem was credit, because sometimes there are some rare situations where because your credit is low, the underwriter are not able to approve more fund for you. They will just, because here's how it works. When your credit is so low, like for conventional, when your credit is less than 700, the debt to income ratio they can go for you is lower versus someone who has a high credit. Even though you have the same income, the same debt, that person, they can approve more for that person than you that have a very low credit score. So try to know what is causing the problem. And when you figure that out, then you can go through the process and get another one. Keep in mind, that is the formal lending, where that's the general one. You can decide not to follow that route. You can go the route where you don't necessarily have to show your income after the first one. You are showing your income the first one because, first of all, you want a lower interest rate. You want, it's a primary home and all that. But getting into an investment property, you don't necessarily have to follow that loan. As long as you are open to other types of loan. There are other great loan products out there that you can tap into. But the first one that everyone will agree that is for investment is DSCR loan. So, with DSCR, you and I know that they don't really care too much about your income. They care about the rent and your credit score. So you that have at least 680, or I think it start from 660 to maybe 650, right? From 650 to, it depends on the lender.
It depends on the lender.
Yeah.
It can go as 660, as low as 640 sometimes. Yes. Some of them might do it depending on your relationship with them. Yeah.
So that's why relationship is big, okay? So if you have, let's say, 650 upward, you might be able to get into DSCR, and all they will require from you is the 650 that you have or higher, your rent, what the rent will be in that area. So it means you have to look for a good area. It might be a rundown area, but you get high income. Rundown property in a good area. That's what I meant. Rundown property in a good area. And maybe you just need to do some fixing and all that to get it to where it's supposed to be. Or you go to a good area, good house, as long as the rent in that area will cover will cover the mortgage, then you'll be good. That way you can service your mortgage without issue. So DSCR is the one that I can tell you that I'm very, very comfortable with, because literally they don't even bother about looking at your income. So Ahmed, because of time, people feel like because they buy the first home, they can buy another one. It's quite clear. But getting that DSCR, it sounds so true to be good to some people. And to some people, the interest rate is too high. What can you tell those people? Because you and I know that interest rate in the investment world, interest rate is not the biggest thing you have to focus on. It's the return that you are getting that you have to focus on.
That's correct.
So can you explain that, please?
Yeah, absolutely, Ibrahim. Thank you for, letting us know that it is actually possible to get other property aside from the first one or the one you are living in, which is your primary residence. A lot of people don't know that. And thank you also for letting us know the loan products that is most suitable for that condition. So, like I said the last time, the problem that I see is people don't ask questions, right? So, when you need something that you don't know, the best thing is to go and meet people that are in charge of that thing or that are doing it, and let them explain to you. And not just 1, 2, or 3 people, meet several people, right? Because we always say things from our own perspective. Not the actual perspective of that thing. So I'm looking at Ibrahim right now. If someone asks me who is Ibrahim, I'm going to be telling them exactly what I think about Ibrahim. not who Ibrahim is. Ibrahim know himself. I might be right sometime, but a lot of time I might be wrong because it's whatever I want me to see, that is what I can see. So people will tell you no sometime. No doesn't mean it's not a yes somewhere else.
Yes.
That is just their own perspective. That is just their own thinking. So that is why I said talk to a lot of people, because what you will find out, and this just happened to me recently, but I'm not going to say that now. I'm going to say it later. Though. So what you will find out is where other people say no, it is actually yes somewhere else, depending on your approach. So my experience this week, Ibrahim, I went to bank and I was actually sitting with the bank manager. Fortunate, every other person is occupied. She is the only one available. And the kind of attention she gave me opened up doors. So I'm like, okay, if this is a rare opportunity, I might not get this tomorrow or next tomorrow. Let me make an impression right now so that I can have direct relationship with this lady. And I started talking things, ideas in my head and all that. And people always say you cannot take ELOC on your investment property. I almost believe it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I just asked, you know what? I have an investment property. How can I take ELOC on this? Initially, she said no. Then during our conversation, she realized that I still have my 9 to 5. And she's like, oh, how much do you make there? And I show her my
paycheck.
Yeah, my paycheck. And she's like, you can take ELOC on that. I'm like, you just said no a few minutes ago. Well, I didn't know you still, I thought you are just a business person. I didn't know you still have your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So that is how much information is out there, but you just have to talk to the right people. If I probably talk to any of the banker on the counter, they're probably not going to go that deep with me.
Yeah.
But because the lady take her time to know me, understand my financial situation, she was able to find their product that can suit me. So that is why you need to talk to a lot of people. Short story there, but it's really buttress a lot of points. A lot of points. One, you need to network. Second, you need to ask a lot of questions. Yeah. And third, you don't take no for an answer. So basically, if you are asking the right question to the right people, you will definitely find a way around every obstacle that goes against what you want to do. It might not be a direct route as you think. It might just be you have to go to point B before you come back to point C and go to point Z. That is fine, but you're going to find an answer to it. So just to answer your question, Ibrahim, people shut down when they hear their first no. And it just happened to us automatically. But if you can just keep going and asking the right question, you will see that there's a lot of products out there tailored to your financial situation. Where you are right now, there's a product that is tailored to it. You just have to find those people that are providing such services. So, and another thing is, Ibrahim mentioned DSCR. Do you know you can do rent to own? A lot of people do rent to own these days. I have wholesalers in Indianapolis here that do rent to own. So you just going to buy that property from them. They now become your bank. You are paying to them. The only caveat to that is they still hold your deed. Yeah. The deed is not in your name yet. However, you are making money every month as long as your mathematics work. With the terms they are giving you, your rent can cover your debt service and still leave you something. Why not? Maybe tomorrow your financial situation will improve and you can now go to bank and then buy them out, then get your deed to you. So this is another option that I see that it might be a viable option. Ibrahim, that just actually occurred to me. In your opinion, is there any downside to rent to own other than the deed?
There is no obvious one, because if you make sure you guys are in a good contract where, okay, they hold the deed, the only thing tax benefit might be like this.
Yep.
Because
Right
it
there.
depends on the negotiation, because if they still hold the deed and they did not give you equitable deed as well, then you can't do anything when it appreciate or depreciate. So, but this, I mean, you can negotiate that because you can get an equitable deed, but they have the real deed.
Okay.
And when you sign equitable deed, it means you can get the equity or part of the equity
Yeah.
while you are still making your payment.
Yeah.
But so it really depends on how you
Structure the deal.
structure the contract.
Yeah.
But when you talk about someone who does not have a means to start and that person wants to get into the business, as long as you structure the contract very well, there's nothing wrong doing lease to own,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you are doing it to generate income.
Yeah.
And when things get better, you can pay them off.
Yeah.
Like if you start with that and you have like 1, 2, 3, and you're generating a lot of income where you can save money and pay off the first one, gradually you pay off the second one,
Yeah.
and before you know, you pay them all off.
Yeah.
By doing that, that alone might stimulate and encourage you to buy more.
Yes.
And multiple matters a lot. Like when you are
Numbers.
getting, yes, when you are getting from here, getting from here, getting from that, or even if the worst case, one is empty, the other will cover the other. As long as you go, you are using the right strategies.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of ways to make money. So if you are using the right one, then you're okay. Just like I know you probably skip that, like about people talk about like, okay, the rate is too high, I can't invest.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to still?
Yeah. So, like we always say, whatever works for you, is what you need to do. So, what do I mean by that is make sure your mathematics favor your financial situation. So, if you are looking for cash flow, definitely rates might be a big factor, and you will need to buy at a very, very deep price where the rent is so high to be able to still cash flow. But if you are looking for equity,
Yeah.
then rates might not be a factor,
Yes.
big deal for you,
Might not.
because you're just looking for where to hide your money and not pay Uncle Sam a whole lot of money.
Yes.
So rate is a factor, but it is still not a factor. You just need to make sure it's actually work. The numbers work for your financial condition as of right now.
Yeah.
So right now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for equity, but cash flow is my priority, right? So if I want to buy something, they're going to be giving me 9%, 10%. I better have a good strategy that will multiply the rents in that area, and I can get huge returns, so I can afford the debt service. So I have a renter that's, I have an 8 very close to 9% on right now.
Yeah.
Even with that, a regular person will run away. 9%, oh no, but when you look at how much I'm paying monthly and how much I'm realizing monthly on rent, you will be like, I will do this all day. So you even forget this house have, until we are talking about it right now, I even forget I have 9% interest on any of my properties.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is how you can easily forget about rent. Your calculation needs to be spot on.
Yeah.
If you miss anything, then that rate will stuck in your mind forever, because you'll be like, oh, how can I get out of this side? How can I get out of this side? And we all know, even if you want to get out right now, it's a little hard, because every other thing outside is still high. So to me, I think your numbers really, really matter when it comes to interest rate. And the second part is, if cash flow is, if equity is what you need, then I will just, why interest rate is important, but it's really not important in that situation, because you probably have enough money to service your debt service already. You just need something more important to shed your tax and shed your income that you are getting from other places. So, Ibrahim, I think we hit on most of the points today, but if people want to reach out to you, they want to buy their first home, they want to buy investment property, like we say, they need advice on things, maybe they need things they need to prepare so that they can come to you in the next 6 months, 8 months. How can they reach out to you?
Thank you for that. So they can reach out to me, by going to ibrotors.us, or they can call me 317-728-0213. If you are using social media, ibrotors.us, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you can DM me. Absolutely. So, of course, we already have some that own property right now.
Yeah.
And some of them are really frustrated with the way, they have to go to work, they have to manage their property and all that. The CEO is right here. The ACO property manager is the one, directing ACO property. What they do, they manage property for you.
Yeah.
Take all the headache out of your head right now so you can enjoy and, enjoy the CEO life,
Yeah.
So how can they reach out to you? Here's your property.
It's easy. You can go on AZIOPM, HAZIOPM.com. That's where you can see available inventory if you want to rent. And you can see what we stand for, our goals, our objective, and everything on there if you want to give us a house. A lot of people screen people through their website these days. Yeah. And also, if you're a social media person, feel free to slide in our DM, acopm.com, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the social media platform. Yeah. Slide in our DM. We are happy to answer any of your questions. And we do have a no obligatory property assessments. If you have a property, you want to know how much that property can be bringing in for you, reach out to ACO Property. We can help you with that. Until next week, peace.